lovely stranger, outlaws, bandits. Today I'm bringing you three tales about school and trust issues. Hope to hear your opinions in the comments. As always, see you on the other side.
Can we talk about how actually scary losing passion is? I say scary because it almost feels like I don't have control over my brain. Like, I'm not the master of own my consciousness and what I wants to do, no matter how hard I try. Things I used to love, and I mean love, I would spend hours and late nights doing it. I don't even have a single drop of energy to do any of it anymore. It's like I don't even care about those things anymore, and the hobbies and passions I once had are becoming distant memories. It's so hard to grasp how things that felt so natural, so innate, that filled you with drive and passion no longer mean anything to you anymore. And that feeling of emptiness I get when I'm sitting there empty-minded trying to start at it again and nothing. Or that gut-wrenching feeling of envy or bitterness when you see people doing and excelling not even excelling. The act of them just trying it makes you wish that you still could, but for some reason you can't. Then you linger on the past and ask yourself, what if I never stop? And if I never was depressed or stressed about anything, maybe today I'd still love the things I used to love. I miss who I was. I miss having passion and drive. I miss caring about something. Is this even something you can fix? My mind feeling broken.
Well, stranger, seems like you're in a bit of a pickle. Um, I don't think it's that easy to get rid of stuff. Yes, as we grow older, our interests broaden. So, if that's the case, you may get interested with another project, another thing, another excitement, another something to do, something that seems interesting at that moment. But as you said, you have trouble controlling your own brain. Some professionals may see this and may diagnose this as a sign of OCD or ADHD. But you have power over your own mind, you have power over your own body. So take the effort, and if you genuinely loved something to do, maybe just start it. Like force yourself to do the exact same thing for, let's say, a week or two every day. If it doesn't reignite your passion in it, then yeah, maybe it's just dead in the water. However, if it does, maybe you can focus all your energy to keep it in. Like for instance, there are times when I don't want to record, when I don't want to do this, but I feel like it's a responsibility at this point to be here, to upload every single time I upload, to maybe make a difference in somebody's life. So if you feel a genuine love for something, you feel an excitement doing it, even if that excitement passes, maybe it's just you getting older, finding new interests, but maybe it's you. Maybe you just need to reignite that passion, need to reignite that love for it. The thing is, you said it perfectly. There are other people who are doing similar stuff or other stuff, but they are giving it their all, or at least trying. This lets me to assume that you're not even giving you the benefit of the doubt and you're not even trying. So just give it, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks, or a week or two, even. Because from one day to another, that no, that'll just throw it out the window. Then don't even start. Keep or do a habit of it. Let's say every day you sit down for an hour and or half an hour. Let's not go to the hour mark. But every day do that exercise or do that activity for half an hour. Even if you don't want to do it, sit down and do it, or go out and do it, or whatever it may be. Put in the effort. If you genuinely loved it, eventually that passion for it will come back. If you didn't, if it was, as they say in a romantical style, a puppy love, then it was never meant to be. So if you're not even actively trying, how do you know that you cannot fix it? Yes, with age, you slow down. Your interest diversifies. Your attention span lowers severely. Guilty as charged. But if you don't force yourself, or at least try your best to put in an effort into these things, then eventually it's gonna fade away. So, in a way, I'm not really surprised, but if you're not trying, hey, you're not gonna get any result.
I cry every day because of a place we call school, which emo should be called hell. I study in one of the most well-known schools in my district, well known for its incredibly stress-giving practices, and it's literally taking a toll on my health. Smiley face. I cry every day seeing the daily test schedules it sends, and I get so stressed that I start to bawl my eyes out. My school sucks. And also sucks the life out of me. Feel the need to self-harm. I'm doing my best to not to, because of my very beautiful, amazing school. In all honesty, school makes me so depressed. The only thing that's preventing me from ending my life are my loving and caring parents who understand what kind of school I am, unfortunately, in and don't have any expectations for me. But I have expectations for myself. I was a top student before I joined this school. Now it's draining all the energy from me. The thought of waking up and going to school itself is depressing. I cannot do this anymore. I want to change schools so bad, but there are no better schools in this district. I don't know what to do.
Well, stranger, seemingly you are in quite an interesting pickle. On one hand, I do understand your concerns, and judging from how you are talking, you seemingly are in teenager age-ish, so 17 to 20-ish. At that point in life, everything sucks. And I do mean everything. And this is not me trying to invalidate what you're feeling and invalidate your experiences. Far from it. If you already said that this school is the most stressful school in the district, then I will believe what you say. However, on the flip side, going as far as to self-harm, why? Life is full of stress. Life is full of uncertainty. So handling school is just the basics. And I'm not saying that life will become harder and life is not meant to live or you should often. No, 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 no. Please don't. But it gets us prepared for the difficulties of everyday life. To play an ostrich and run away from your problems and shove your head into the sand just to avoid them is not good. There's your parents. Think about them. They provided you with this amazing opportunity. Yes, the school itself sucks. Cool, I understand. But think about your parents. They provided you with this amazing opportunity at this prestigious school. You are a top student, which you claim. So take up less extracurricular stuff and focus on the things you excel at. So if it's just general studying, just push it out of the way. Just cram. If you do, I don't know, class presidency, running for school counselor, or joining a band, or in a band, or cheerleading, leave that. That's too much stress. For one, try to reduce your stress levels. See logically and rationally where can you take away from the stress. Second thing, if this does not work, downgrade. I know you're at a prestigious and really good school, but What if you give that school up? So let's say your school is top of the food chain, number one, epic, cool. How about you take a look at number two? And you don't downgrade by much, but try to look at number two. If it's really getting to you, if it's insinuating doing something bad to yourself, then just make the change. Maybe you're not gonna get that much bonuses or that much good parts or good stuff out of the second school. But think about it. Is that going to be worth your mental health? Or can you hold out for at least 1 or 2 more years, reducing these stress levels and progressing with a higher education or higher qualification? Try the first one. So just reduce stress, reduce extracurricular stuff, activities, to the bare minimum that you think you can handle. Obviously, if there's other students involved, then seek a counselor. I know that snakes get stitches, but hey, I know I use that terminology wrong, but it is what it is. But at the end of the discussion, try to ease your stress levels to the bare maximum that you can. If that does not work, then downgrade. Not by much. Take a look at other possibilities as well. If they are not who as wow, don't worry about it. Is the end goal the same? Do you get the same level of qualifications with it? Or will it be a massive stepping stone back? And try to find things that are on the similar level that you're trying to achieve. I hope it works out for you.
I feel like everyone is using me. I am 29 meters. I have always been a lonely person. Only people that I was emotionally connected to are my parents. I had been in a 6-year-long relationship with a girl which ended when I was 27. This also affected me in a terrible way. This is my short background. Recently, I feel disconnected from others and even myself. I feel weak and I feel like everyone is trying to take advantage of me. The family members, friends, and society. I don't trust anyone now. I think negatively about everyone and everything. I feel like I have been cursed and bad things keep happening to me. I feel pissed and angry all the time. I have been an expressive person. People can read from my face what I feel, and I usually speak my mind. So they can read from my face the negativity and terrible attitude. When my friends and family ask for some help, I don't feel like helping them. I feel like I'm being used. It's affecting me now. I feel terrible. I am also facing boundary issues. Some people cross my boundary and they say or do things which I am uncomfortable. What I currently do is just stand there helpless. Someone, please help me get through this. What's wrong?
Well, stranger. Firstly, I would like to say what's wrong is you taking all this negative stuff on yourself. Life goes on. I had a similar issue a few years back. I moved away from my hometown to a different country. And I felt the exact same way you do. I felt alone. I felt ostracized by everybody because I was not from there. So I do get your anger. I do get your frustration. And sometimes you just need to see people how they are. You just need to see that not all of them have a kind heart towards you. And this is not me saying that people are bad or evil. There are some rotten apples. But that doesn't mean that most of humanity is evil or bad. They're just looking out for themselves. Unfortunately, we live in a society where you need to look out for numero uno. On the other hand, you said that family members were the only people that supported you in times of need. So, to right now go and be like, yeah, then I'm not gonna even trust them is just silly. I'm sorry, but it's silly. They have been giving you a helping hand all throughout the bullcrap that you've been suffering through and that you experienced. For you to turn around and say that you guys are using or feel like you guys are using me. Okay, friendships are a different thing. Nowadays, you can't really trust people. However, if you don't, you're going to seclude yourself away from society. You are going to put yourself in a really dark box that may or may not have any light inside or coming from inside of it, or light that can't even penetrate it. So, if you want to become an old hermit without any friends, or anybody to rely on, or anybody to talk to, then keep this mentality. But we as humans are built to socialize. So, what I would suggest is conquer your fear. First and foremost, the biggest issue is within yourself. You're afraid of getting hurt. Obviously, the 6 year failed relationship will not help. But I'm guessing you have been alone for the past 2 years. I heard this from an interesting person a while back. Go into the cage. Go into the cage. Try yourself. Test yourself out. And find out when you are the only person that you can rely on. Okay, you're gonna have your coaches, you're gonna have friends and family cheering you on, but the end of the day, when you step into there, you have only yourself to prove to, and you have only yourself to rely on. I'm getting ready for my next fight soon. The anger can be consuming if you don't keep it under control. I would recommend doing strenuous tasks. Go to gym, pick up a martial art, go help out a friend that's building something. Put yourself into situations where you need to use your body to get that anger out. A capable man is someone that can control their feelings. If you want to be one of those people, get a hold of yourself ASAP. Trusting somebody, you only have one family. If you can't rely on them, who can you rely on? For friends, if you feel like somebody is using you, eventually it's going to show. Not so much in your everyday tasks. Let's say somebody is asking you for a favor. But if the favors keep on persisting, then without anything being reciprocated, yeah, you might just be getting used. It's you need to learn a little bit of psychology, human psychology, so you can identify when somebody's trying to use you and when somebody's actually reaching out for a hand. You got this, stranger. I believe in you. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, stranger. If you did, consider joining our band of alphas and bandits. Hmm. About time I ride along. Something doesn't feel right. Or is it?